So yeah, it's about the principal values of the inverse trigonometry. So yeah, I'll just introduce to you about the basic, then later the methods to do. So yeah, we have actually the principal value for all three different trigos. So for the sine, right, the principal value will be between negative 90 to 90, or if you write in the radian mode, it will be negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. For the cosine, right, it will instead having between 0 to 180, which is in terms of radian, it will be 0 to pi. And the tangent, right, it will be between negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. So if you pay attention to them, right, you realize that the range of each principal value, it has a total of 180 degree or pi. So in usual case, when how okay, then later I will tell you about how special about the special value, the principal value. Because in recall what we have learned previously, if let's say today, we will have a ASTC usually to help us to solve the question. For ASTC, there are two ways we have the angle. One is like if you're actually going anti-clockwise, then you realize we will have the answer in terms of alpha, 180 minus alpha, 180 plus alpha, or 360 minus alpha. The other type will be this way, still ASTC, but this time, right, we have a clockwise. And by doing this method, right, this clockwise angle, we will have a negative angle. Yeah. If you recall, this is how we solve the trigonometry equation. So let's say today we have a question asking us to find the sine inverse half. Yeah. If you refer to the first ASTC, right, you will then realize, oh, okay, it's positive. So it will be either first or second quadrant. So if you punch in calculator, you will easily get the answer is 30 degree, or the other one is 180 minus 30. So if you refer to the right hand side, the ASTC, right, which is the angle is negative angle, you then obtain negative bracket 180 plus 30 degree, or this one. So you realize that you will have a total of 4 answers, or probably will be more if you actually go more cycles. So it made the answer to be not unique anymore. There's no definite answer for this kind of working. So you have a lot of angles. So what is the principal value here special, right? It is actually giving you a definite answer. So it gives you a definite angle if you actually refer to the range here. So for example, right, example here, let's say if you're really looking for this, you may then go back to the range here to see. So for the sine x, right, we have a range of between negative 90 to 90. So between negative 90 to 90, if you refer to the ASTC graph, you will realize it will be negative 90, this which is a fourth quadrant. But for this one, the sign will be actually negative. Or first quadrant here, where the angle will be positive and the value will be positive. So this one, we will get the alpha, which in this case shall be 30 degree. So this is what about the principal value? It will give you a definite answer. So interesting thing is also this one. Our calculator, right, by default, it has also by default our calculator, what the value you get from a calculator, the angle, right? It has a preset principal value inside. Yeah. So later I'm going to use this fact to help you to solve most of the question. Yeah. So this is something you must take note. Okay. Other few things you may take note is this one. You realize that the principal value of all the positive trigo value, right, are acute angle. meaning to say they are in the first quadrant. So they will be equivalent to your basic angle, which I just now have demonstrated to you. You can tell here. So meaning to say, right, if you are actually solving principal value for either inverse sine, inverse cosine, or inverse tangent, right, if your value is positive, it will always actually restrain to just the first quadrant. It will always be the first quadrant, which is the basic angle. So meaning to say, for example, let's say you're dealing with just now I try to show you this one, right? Half, or maybe if you are doing inverse cosine, let's say square root 3/2, or like this one also, you realize that all the value here, because they are positive, it will give you the answer as basic angle. Yeah. So this is something common you can actually take note of. So the other point is the only difference, right, that you realize in the principal value are only for negative trigger value. They will lie either in the second quadrant or the fourth quadrant. So if you refer to the ASTC diagram here, you realize that eventually we only use second quadrant will be this one, or the fourth quadrant, which is this one. Yeah. So because the angle here you can see is between negative 90 to positive 90, or 0 to 180. So this is the things you can notice.